everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be working on a very basic, extra small dog sweater, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be working on a very basic, extra small, so that'll fit up to a 5-pound dog or cat. So extra small sweater or vest. It doesn't have sleeves, so it could be called a vest. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so you're going to need your crochet hook. This is a 5mm. This is one of my favorite brands, and no, they don't sponsor me, but if they wanted to, I would totally be good with that. We are using Craft Smart Value Multi. This color is called Fiesta. Isn't it fun? I just love it. I always buy variegated yarns and then get home and say, what do I do with it? Well, this dog sweater or cat sweater or even piglet sweater is perfect for variegated yarns because there's not anything that you're missing out by having it so busy with colors. This is a 4-pound or 4-ply medium weight yarn, and we're using a 5mm crochet hook, not a 5.5. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start by crossing our yarn. No, I do not do a slip knot. I never have. If you want to, you go right ahead. This is the way I was taught many moons ago by my grandmother. So we cross our yarn, and then we're going to chain 40. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, do up to 40. Okay, so I've got my 40. So now we are going to just go back to that very first stitch, and we are going to slip stitch into that first chain that we made. We're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and we're going to make sure our yarn is going the right way, and we're going to start doing half double crochets. So yarn over your hook, into the chain, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. That is a half double crochet. Sorry, I'm getting over a bit of a cold. So into the stitch, pull through all 3 loops. Let's do it again. Yarn over, into the stitch, pull through, go through all 3 loops. So you're going to do this until you have a total of 40 stitches. That chain 2 does not, capital N-O-T, count as a stitch. Do that, meet me back. Okay guys, so I've got my 40 stitches all the way around, and I double counted. Now don't think counting your stitches makes you an amateur or anything like that. I have been crocheting since I was 3 years old, and I'm almost 50, and I still count my stitches all the time. It's not saying anything about you other than you prefer to have things done right. Okay, so this is what we got, and by the way, how gorgeous is this? Okay, so now what you would normally do with crocheting, if you are a seasoned crocheter, is you would slip stitch into the top of the chain 2, right? But we're not going to do that. We are going to make this so simple that it's going to blow your little mind. Sorry, me clearing my throat again. Okay, so instead of slip stitching into that chain 2, we are going to yarn over and just do another half double crochet into that very next stitch. And what we're going to do now is we're going to spiral. So we're going to spiral until we have 12 rows. So you're probably thinking, well, Monique, how will I know if I have 12 rows? And this is how you know. So on either, wherever your working yarn is, on either side, you would need to have 12 rows. So let's say my working yarn was here, and here I'd have 2 rows, but on this side, I'd only have 1 row. So I want you to go around with this for a total of 12 rows. Now, I do 12 rows. I have a girl dog. If you have a boy dog and you are worried about your boy dog or your boy cat peeing on the sweater, I would do rounds until you've got 10 rounds. I do 12 because I like them a little longer. I've never had a problem with my female dog peeing on her vest or her coat or her sweater, whatever you want to call this. So I do 12 rows. If you have a boy dog, you may choose to do 10 rows, but I've also used these sweaters on boy dogs and not had a problem. I think it just depends how talented your dog is at peeing or your cat. So keep spiraling until you have 12 rows on either side of your crochet hook, okay? And then meet me back. And we're just going round and round in stitches now. No more connecting. Okay, so I've done my 12 rounds. So here's how I want you to know. So see each ridge, that's a row. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on this side of my crochet hook. And on this side, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on that side of the crochet hook. So now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and then we're going to chain up 2. And you're wondering why I did that, but that's so, see how it kind of evens out the spiral? Now we're going to work on the back, and we're going to crochet, half double crochet still. We're going to do 20, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, sorry about that, 19, and 20. Now that chain 2 did not count as a stitch, so let's go back and count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. There's our chain 2. It does not count. Okay, so now we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and we're going to turn our work and work on just those 20 stitches, half double crochet still. I want you to do this for 2 more rows. So a total of 3 rows of just these 20 half double crochet. So I'm starting on my second of 3 rows. I want you to do 3 rows, meet me back. Guys, so I've done my 3 rows of the 20 stitches. So now we are going to put in our harness opening. So we're chaining up 2, we're turning our work. We are going to do half double crochets for 7, not counting that chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to skip 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next one, and we're going to do 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to chain up 2, turn our work. We're going to do 7 half double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is going to bring us to our chain. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we should have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And see, we made our opening. This is on the back for you to hook onto your harness, okay? So now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to turn our work and we're just going to do half double crochets along this row, okay? Do that, meet me back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We've got our opening to catch our harness with our leash like this. We did a row on top. So now we are going to leave a bit of a tail and very gently, gentle, we're going to pull the tail through the loop, just 2, because we're going to pick that out later, okay? So now going back to the stitches that we haven't worked on, we're going to go in here and we're going to do our chain 2. So grab your yarn. I'm holding my yarn at the back. See that? I'm going to go 1, 2. This does not count as a stitch. Now we're going to do half double crochets for 20. 1. And these are on the stitches we didn't work. 3. And if you haven't had a chance yet, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And I'm going to put all kinds of goodies in my description, okay? So make sure you check out the description. I'll have a link to my crochet journals. I'll have a link to other Crochet Dog sweaters. I'll have a link to my Facebook crafting group. I'll have a link to the written pattern for this once I write it. It's not a for sure thing that you'll get it right away because I wait and see how popular the video is to see if it's worth making a pattern for. If I don't get a lot of views on the video, then I don't write up the pattern. So if you're pushing to get a pattern written by me, view the video a whole bunch. Just kidding. Well, no, it's not just kidding, but okay. So I stopped counting. So I think that's around 20, but I'm going to double count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and that chain 2 does not count. Okay, so now this is the chest area. We're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and we're going to start doing decreases because you don't want all this fabric bunched up around your pet's legs. So this is what I do. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over into the next stitch, pull through. I've got 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go yarn over and go through all 5 loops. So that turned 2 stitches into 1. I'm going to work all the way to the other side, so that counts as 1. I'm going to work to my 17th stitch. So 2, 3, 4, 6. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat in your guys' ears. 7, but I couldn't let you guys down. I wanted to produce a video. 8, 9. I try and have a new video 10 every Thursday. 11, and so if I don't, I feel like I've let you guys down. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're on our last 2 stitches. I'm just going to give that a tug because it's loosening. So yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over into that next stitch, pull through, 5 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, go through all 5 loops, chain up 2. You're going to keep decreasing each end until you're down to 10 stitches. Do that and meet me back. So I've got my rows, I'm down to 10. So this is where I left off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for the back and I'm going to slip stitch into that chain 2 on the back panel. Okay, slip stitch, chain up 2, make my loop big, and I'm going back now to where I said make it just gentle, a gentle kind of knot. We're going to pick that out, go back to the loop, and we're going to slip stitch into the front. And this is making our leg holes. Okay, so I'm going to use the bit of tail to do a slip stitch. And this time we're going to knot it tight. And I'm just going to tuck that down the center so it stays out of my way. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so now back to my working yarn. I'm going to spiral again for 3 rows. So half double crochet, and we're going to have 30 half double crochets, okay? 20 from the back, 10 from the front. So count them. And instead of doing a slip stitch when you get to the other side, you're just going to do like we did at the bottom, and you're going to spiral to continue, okay? And we're going to do that for 3 rows, and then we're going to meet back. Okay, so I'm done going around spiraling for 3 rounds, and just like I said before, you want to have 3 rows on either side of your crochet hook. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to leave a bit of a tail to sew in. And I'm just going to slip stitch into that next stitch and make my knot, and I'll hide those threads. So this is the front, this is the back. Now, I wanted to show you what I was talking about a harness. So let's say you've got your dog's head coming out through here and the legs, and you've clipped it, and it's nice and tight on their body, right? But you want to put a sweater on little Fluffy because it's cold out. So you put the sweater on over top of the harness. And there you go. And then you take your leash, you find the little clip, you put this through there, and now you're walking little Fido, and they're still staying nice and toasty warm. So there you go. That's what you do. And you're done your sweater. Hide your threads, and there you go. And I find, like I said, this is really great with variegated yarn. It's one of my favorite things to make with variegated yarn because the design and the yarn is all you need for the sweater, right? Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye, guys.